Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Insetic and this is my amped freestyle snowboarding snowman guide. In this video we're going to Altibahn 1, and I'd say Altibahn 1 and Altibahn 2 are the only levels where you will need fairly high stats in places, so you might need to play through most of the game and come back and get the final snowmen. You can see here I'm picking a Pro 3 board I unlocked with a Pro 3 that's giving me as much speed as necessary, because you are going to want as much speed as you can for a shortcut that I think will make one of the hardest snowmen in the game a lot easier. But we're going to start out pretty easy and stay kind of simple for most of the levels. So we're going to start out on Mega Schlut. Sorry, I don't know exactly how to say these drop point names, but yeah, start out there and then curve to the left, and the first snowman will be on the left side of the first big mound you could trick off, where there's the media guy kind of behind you, so he'd capture you in the air if you did a sick trick instead, but that's not what we're here for the moment. But for the second snowman, we're back to Mega Schlut, and we're gonna go kind of directly straight. You know, that hill that's on the right side of sort of that depressed drop into the canyon. Stay on the right side and stay kind of over on the right of that, because the second snowman will be at the edge of the cliff, but you'll want to get around this fence that's kind of right in front of him. So you'll kind of want to curve and be on the right side of that hill so you can go around the fence there. Then Snowman 3, we're on Mega Schlucht again. This time you want to be on the left side of that little depressed dip, but then you'll want to stick to the canyon wall. So, you know, falling into the canyon is just next to you. And a little ways down there will be a ledge that's a little further down, but still not, you know, at the bottom. And the third snowman will be there. You can see I went into far cam so I could kind of see where the ledge was a little easier while riding up on top of the canyon. So the fourth snowman, now we're over on the other drop point, Gletscherbahn, and this one's pretty simple to find. You're gonna stay on the right side of the big branching path, so you'll be in the river instead of going into the canyon. And then just after the river, there's one more sort of patch of trees before the level ends, and the snowman will be in that patch kind of on the left side right here. Alright, so Snowman 5, back to Mega Schlucht. This time we're gonna dive into the canyon. In fact, you might have passed this guy. If, like me, you're doing one snowman at a time, you'll definitely have heard him after some of the drops into the canyon, because on the last turn before you leave, up on the left side, there's kind of an elevated ridge that you can ride up onto with some speed, and the snowman is on that ridge. Angle might be kind of weird or such, just try to grab some speed and ride up the wall before the ledge starts. Snowman 6, we're on Gletscherbahn again, and it's sort of hard to say where the exact location is, but on Gletscherbahn, stay to the very right side. Eventually you'll be on this cliff that's above the river. And you'll stay on that, ride through the forest some, and then you'll see kind of just where the river part ends. That's kind of where you might be shooting for it. The snowman is on the edge of the cliff up here. Not the complete edge, but you can see pretty close to that. So you'll need to, stay up on that cliff starting basically back from the drop point. And then Snowman 7, you're back on Gletscherbahn, but this guy's pretty tricky because he requires a pretty hard turn over to get to terrain that you might not think you can really get to from one of these drop points. But yeah, from Gletscherbahn, when you start, basically immediately turn left and ride, across the area until you ride up a hill to another set of trees, and the snowman will be there. Again, you'll basically want to go directly left. Don't even go down the hill much at all. So now, Snowman 8 is the really hard one. And before I show you kind of the shortcut, or the extra strat I've shown, I'm showing you how I think the game wants you to get to it, because the snowman is on the other side of the canyon. When you're in the canyon, it's up on the walls on the right. When you're going down the river, it's on the, walls to the left. And I think from Mega Schlucht, you can ride over and get kind of a lucky jump up onto the telephone wires, and then, again, with a character that has perfect balance, or near perfect balance, and quite a lot of speed, you can do this long grind with the telephone wires that'll eventually take you up and over to the canyon. But you see, this with, again, near max balance, my guy is about to fall off. I basically jump at the last time I can, and I just get over to the cliff. And then the snowman is a little ways down here on this elevated side. So again, I think that's how you're intended to get to him, but it's really hard. So next I'm going to show you kind of the shortcut, the easier way, but this will require a lot of speed. Like, you will have to go basically to the end game, or get some Pro 3 boards, or have put a lot of stats in, but from Gletscherbahn right up to the front of the elevated area the snowman's on, hold jump right as straight as you can, and then I'd say you need to make it up this hill, which you can see is really tough. So I'd say jump right as you get to the lighter gray section, the rocks, and that'll carry you up to the snow again, and then hold jump and kind of snake yourself around so you can get up then. But I'd say this is a lot easier, because it doesn't involve a really tricky jump, and it doesn't involve having to hold a grind for a really long time. Again, if there's another way to get up here that's easier than both these, I don't know it, and doesn't seem like many people know. But, so yeah, that's probably one of the snowmen that gives people the most trouble. But, so yeah, that was my guide for Altibahn 1. We got all the snowmen there, so I'll see you next time in the slope style level. Thanks for watching, everybody.